in Urbandale.
This is CNN.
Hello everyone, I'm Mollie McCoy. Health Week is coming up, but first the hour's top stories. Mayors from some of the nation's biggest cities are marching on Washington today. They and their supporters are demanding $35 billion in federal aid to solve growing urban problems. After a rally, the group plans to march from Capitol Hill to the White House. The demonstration called Save Our Cities, Save Our Children was planned well before the riots sparked by the Rodney King verdict. Boston's mayor is leading this appeal.
I think it's tragic that it has taken a riot in Los Angeles in order to get the attention of the presidents of the United States. It should be known that we have been trying to have a meeting with the presidents of the United States for one solid year. That's the mayors of America. We still welcome the opportunity to meet with them. We would be willing to drop everything to go to the White House or go wherever to explain to him the serious crisis that American cities are facing. This is an emergency situation. If it's right to bail out Russia, then why is...
Glance the power of the blow.
Rounded countertops, non-slip floors, a seat and grab rail in the shower, even a movable shower head so we don't have to become contortionist while washing. It also adjusts to different heights. The Safe Bath Project, as it's called, is sponsored by Hearst magazines and several companies which donated their safe products. It was featured at a kitchen and bath industry trade show to demonstrate to the industry that the bathroom of the future doesn't have to be an accident waiting to happen. Bruce Burkhardt, CNN Future Watch.
It's not just bathroom hazards that children need to be protected from. Nationwide, over 100 Safe Kids coalitions now exist. These grassroots groups work to make the future a safer place for children. For more information on setting up your own group, contact the National Safe Kids Campaign, 111 Michigan Avenue Northwest, Washington, D.C., and the zip code is 20010. That's it for this week. Thanks for tuning in. For all of us on Future Watch, I'm Donna Kelley. Stay tuned to CNN for the latest news.
I'm Tony Clark at CNN Center. The Space Shuttle Endeavour is on its way into Edwards Air Force Base. In fact, there you can see it. It is currently 36 miles out from Edwards Air Force Base, traveling at about 1,000 miles an hour. It is 67,000 feet up. Right now, NASA estimates the crowds at Edwards Air Force Base at upwards of 100,000 people there to watch this maiden flight of Endeavour come to an end. We will have live coverage of the return of Endeavour to Edwards Air Force Base in just a minute.
Are looking good approaching the hack.
Sunday on CNN World Report, a country growing out of control in desperate need of education and family planning. Will Ghana be able to control its exploding population? Then 5 men representing Mongolia as they head west. Why these cyclists are riding high with only their country in common. And in New Zealand, bright, beautiful flowers. Could a hole in the ozone layer be causing these unseasonal blooms? On CNN World Report, 3 p.m. Eastern Sunday.
There is a currency that knows no borders. A currency more respected than the Deutschmark, the franc, or the English pound. A currency welcome in the land of the rising yen. A currency more universal than the Yankee dollar. It's not coin or paper, yet it creates endless possibilities when combined with real capital strength. It's intellectual currency. Its home base is here. Chemical, intellectual currency, capital strength.
For a while, the law didn't exist. Now some LA gang members are getting overdue justice. Plus, what should presidential candidates look for in a running mate? On CNN's Capital Gang, 7 Eastern tonight.
This is CNN Breaking News.
I'm Tony Clark at CNN Center. The Space Shuttle Endeavour is on its way in. It is currently about 18 miles out from Edwards Air Force Base. There you can see the shuttle coming in. It just passed the sound barrier just a moment ago. There are about 100,000 people, NASA says, at Edwards Air Force Base waiting for the shuttle. 85 degrees there. Dan Brandenstein, the commander of the shuttle, just took manual controls as the shuttle moves in. It's making its turn in towards Edwards Air Force Base. We're currently a little less than 2 minutes away from the landing of Endeavour. Let's listen in to Carrie Flugel as she describes the return of Endeavour.
Continues to perform at the predicted energy levels.
Endeavour, you are on energy at the 90.
Everything looking very clean and very good for Endeavour's first landing.
One thing to watch for during this landing will be the first time the shuttle has used drag chutes. Once the shuttle has touched down on the runway and the nose wheel has touched, Commander Brandenstein will fire a drag chute, and the drag chute is designed to slow the shuttle further. It is a test that is designed to allow the shuttle in future missions to land on shorter runways. Let's watch the landing.
Endeavour is on glide slope and converging to the center line and lined up correctly on runway number 2 for landing in about a minute.
Right now the shuttle is just about 30 seconds away from landing. A clear shot. It is, as I said, 85 degrees at Edwards Air Force Base. Slight wind, but in the training flights before this landing occurred, they said the weather is really beautiful for the landing today. They are landing on the concrete runway at Edwards Air Force Base because there are a lot of cameras set up to take shots of the drag chutes, and they don't want the dust to kick up.
Landing gear down. Main gear touchdown. Nose gear touchdown. Drag chute deploy as Endeavour completed its maiden flight, rolling out on runway number 22.
So thus comes to an end one of the most exciting shuttle missions in some time. As you see, the drag chute, that's out about 85 feet from the shuttle, designed to reduce the amount of runway that the shuttle needs, 1,000 to 2,000 feet. It will enable the shuttle to land on much shorter runways. It was a beautiful landing for the shuttle. In fact, the shuttle Endeavour on its maiden flight has operated almost flawlessly, considering the problems that the astronauts had in trying to recover the communications satellite. The astronauts have said it is one less headache that they had to worry about because the shuttle worked so well throughout this mission. We will continue our coverage of the shuttle landing when Early Prime continues, and that's in just a moment.
Train heat pumps can really take it. They can also dish it out. Get an instant check of up to $250 when you buy a Train heat pump system. It's hard to stop a train.
See Bell Brothers Heating and Air Conditioning today for your $250 instant check from Train. Plus, Iowa Power customers may qualify for a rebate worth up to $500 when you buy a Train heat pump system.
38 years old. Started out as a paper girl. Now I own the company. Who'd have thought I'd be this successful? Well, I sort of did. 22 employees now. Gotta make smart...
And they choose a smart bank, First Star, where the people are Main Street friendly and the advice is Wall Street smart.
Coming to Sec Taylor Stadium Memorial Day weekend, 1992 NAIA Baseball World Series. Grandview College welcomes 8 regional champions from across the United States for a weekend of baseball that will keep you on the edge of your seat. And those general admission seats are a steal at the individual session price of only $5. Save even more with a tournament pass that lets you see every game for one low price. Tickets for this national championship tournament can be purchased by calling Grandview College. Don't miss the NAIA Baseball World Series at Sec Taylor Stadium, May 22nd through 27th.
Welcome to New Delhi Palace, a delicious experience in fine Indian cuisine, proudly offering a full selection of dishes from North India and breads fresh from our own charcoal-fired clay oven. Harmonious and subtle blends of herbs and spices, which give Indian cuisine its unique aroma and flavor, and each dish can be spiced to your liking. Enter the gateway to fine Indian cuisine, New Delhi Palace, 86th and Douglas in Urbandale.
This is CNN.
If Americans voted today, one poll says H. Ross Perot would be president.
Democratic mayors from around the country lead a march in Washington asking for billions of dollars to revive America's cities.
And just minutes ago, the newest space shuttle completes its first mission. Coming up, a live report from CNN's Tony Clark. Welcome to the Saturday edition of Early Prime. I'm David French in Washington.
And I'm Andrea Arceneaux at the CNN Center in Atlanta. Thanks for joining us. As of today, H. Ross Perot is on the November ballot in just 3 states. But supporters are aiming for all 50. And if they can do it, and if he runs, a new poll indicates Perot would get less than half the vote, but still enough to win the White House. CNN's Candy Crowley reports.
Manchester Union Leader.
To this year of political surprises.
Hello, Washington.
Twists and turns.
People have a choice now.
And ups and downs.
The hope that I will re-enter is now a false hope.
Add one more.
A couple of months ago when they started, Texas,
a man who is not running is leading the presidential race.
I can assure you that you have captured the attention of the two parties.
According to a nationwide CNN Time magazine poll. Asked to choose among the 3 major players, 28% of those responding said they would vote for George Bush. 24% opted for Bill Clinton, but 33% would pull the lever for Ross Perot if the election were held today. Perot's edge is not statistically significant. It is, however, chock full of political potential.
If it is confirmed by other polls, this will be a big political change for this election year, because it'll tell a lot of voters that Perot is not a third-party candidate. He actually has a chance to win this thing.
Compared to figures from a little over a month ago, the stats show that while Clinton remains virtually stagnant, Perot's gain has been George Bush's loss. The driving force behind the April to May change appears to be the Rodney King verdict in the Los Angeles riots which followed. In a pre-riot poll, 53% of Americans said George Bush was doing a good job promoting racial equality. The number fell to 29% post-Los Angeles.
The violence that people witnessed on television has clearly hurt him. It's put racial